Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Triple N Talk Show. I am Dr. Nik Nikam, and today we are going into the wonder world of Vrindavan. I should say, because I have a special guest who has been nominated for a Hollywood Award for Art for Peace, and my special guest is Anis Chandani.
Yes.
Delighted to have you on
My
Triple
pleasure.
N Talk Show. He is a master of flute. As you can see here, we got at least 25 flutes, and we're going to be playing each one of those instruments today. Anis, let's start off. Give a little bit about your introduction.
Well, my name is Anis Chandani, and I'm originally from Bombay, India, and now I reside in Los Angeles, California. And I moved like 6 years ago, but I'm in USA for more, I would say 20 years, almost 20 years. I was in and out, coming to perform and going back and forth. So now I reside in Los Angeles, and I've been performing for last 28 years all over the world. I've performed in more than 20 countries, like all the big countries to name: USA, UK, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, Paris. I can go on for...
That's fascinating.
Yes. And I play 5 instruments professionally, and flute is my favorite instrument.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm a trained mandolin player and a harmonium player, but now my identity is more like a flautist.
Yeah.
So I play flute with my passion, and I don't have any teacher who taught me to play flute, but I am graduate in music. I have done my Sangeet Visharad in Indian classical music, and whatever knowledge I have of my harmonium and mandolin, I'm applying on the flutes.
That's fascinating.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching a Triple N Talk Show, and all our talk shows are video streamed through YouTube and Google. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel, where we got close to 1,000 videos accenting our experience here in the United States. We also have a Facebook page, which is Triple N Media, where we bring you the latest buzz, and we would like you to please visit our Facebook page and like it. Today we are going to be talking about flute, and my special guest is Anis Chandani, and he is an expert on flute. I should say, that's why I said you're going to take us into the wonder world of Vrindavan, where Lord Krishna mesmerized 16,000 gopis with his magical flute music. How old were you when you started playing flute?
I was about, I would say, 10 or 11 years old when I first heard the flute. Somebody in my neighborhood, in my building where I used to live, there was one gentleman, he used to play the flute, and I loved the sound of that. And then when I was in the school, we had a school band in which there was a flute instrument also, which was not like, it was a metallic flute, but from there I got liking to play flute.
What is unique about flute music?
The unique about this instrument is this is actually made out of wood, and it's not like it's custom made by hands. I have a flute maker in India who makes this flute called Nilesh Pote. And the unique thing about this is that you can create a sound of an instrument without any electronics on it or any special thing. It's just a piece of bamboo, and there's just like you just blow, and there are 6 holes here, and you just put your fingers and you can hear what it's come out.
What is amazing to me is, in keyboard you got 102 keys, and on a flute you have only 6 holes.
Yes.
I mean, how do you match up with a keyboard player?
It's kind of tough thing. That's the reason we use different flutes. So because there is a limitation, there are only 6 holes, and altogether there are 12 notes.
I see.
In musical language, if you say, Sat Sur and 1 Tivra and 4 Komal. So to play the 12 note, it's not possible to play in 6 holes, because you need more holes and you need more fingers. So
Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching a Triple N talk show. I am Dr. Nik Nikam, and my special guest is Chandani, in fact, who has been nominated for Hollywood Awards in the category of Art for Peace. And, that's the most fascinating thing, because when you listen to flute, it gives a peaceful, serene feeling.
Right.
As a heart doctor, I can say it kind of touches my heart more so than any other musical instrument, even though you're playing the same pitch and notation.
Yes.
Why is it?
Well, I don't know. That's maybe some God's creation. I would say Lord Krishna's creation. This touches, especially the women. They get.
I know.
Yeah, they get touched with the flute instrument. Yeah.
Okay, let's start off with a little tune from your flute.
Okay. So, since you spoke about Vrindavan, let me play a small little dhoon which gets you to Vrindavan. Like it's just a rag Bhopali or Pahadi I will play, and which in that I'll use the small flute first, so that you get the effect of Vrindavan, and then we'll go to the bigger flutes and the sound of the bigger flutes.
I mean, that's the purpose today is to take all of us to Vrindavan, because we just celebrated Janmashtami just a few weeks ago, and I was watching that. I videotaped the whole thing, and I created a documentary about Janmashtami. It was held at the George R. Brown Convention Center, and that's why I said, okay, let's see if we can get your special effects here. Okay, let's give it a try.
So.
That is absolutely phenomenal, because I remember this tune when I was like in the middle school. When we were, because I grew up in Karnataka, so I was used to Carnatic music. I mean, I was not a big. I was not deeply into music. More recently, I studied some music, and I remember listening to all these beautiful Krishna bhajan tunes and all these things. And in fact, most nights I just put on Krishna bhajans on my iPad and listen to my Bluetooth and go to sleep.
Yes, a lot of bhajans are like composed in this rag, especially, it's a more, I would say, I'll play one Gujarati bhajan, which is again composed in the same rag. I'll just play the same rag again and play that bhajan. So the Gujarati listeners, they will collect, they will know what this is all about.
Hold on, let me adjust the volume and this one here. Let's take off the mute. Let's try this.
The effects is on?
Yeah. Okay, that's fascinating. And you have so many different flutes here. Maybe you can walk us through as what all these
These
flutes
flutes
represent?
are actually
Okay.
specially made. These are like a different scale flute. The one
Yeah.
which I was playing was a D major,
I see.
D flute. So I was playing the major on this D flute. So the similar to this, there we have a D bass flute,
I see.
which I would like to show to the audience.
Oh, okay,
This is
sure.
almost 3.5. I would say
Yeah.
2.5 feet or something like that.
So the bigger the size, the more
It's like a
sound.
bass sound.
Is that- let's-
yeah.
let's get
yeah.
it.
So it's similar to this.
Hold on,
D,
hold on.
and this I would I would play a rag yaman kind of thing, and I would play one more song by Mohammad Rafi. Let's see if the audience recollect that
Okay,
song.
that would be good.
Yeah. So.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
That's beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching a Triple N talk show. I am Dr. Nik Nikam, and we are talking about flute music. And my special guest today is Anis Chandani. In fact, he has been nominated for a Hollywood award in the category of Art for Peace. And when is this award ceremony?
This is going to be on October 16th, and
it's
this
coming
is
up.
called a Peace Art for Peace Award, and I have been nominated in a special category, in a special music talent award.
I see.
Yes.
So this is going to be in Hollywood?
This is going to be in Hollywood, in Beverly Hills, in California, and there are a lot of people, a lot of good artists from all over the world are coming in this award, from Korea, from Morocco, from China, and I will be representing Indian music and India.
Oh, that's fascinating. Congratulations. And just being nominated itself is a great
Yeah, it's a big
accomplishment.
achievement,
And hopefully, as I said, maybe they should let you have a chance to play
No,
the
they
flute.
have already asked me to perform.
That's why I said.
They have asked me to perform for 3 minutes, and I'm thinking about it. Yes.
Absolutely, because as I said, flute is one instrument where you can go solo and just perform the whole thing and mesmerize the people for hours.
Right.
Tell us about your concerts and all this.
About my concerts, see, earlier I was only performing as an accompany artist. I was playing keyboards, and then once I was playing keyboard in India, and I was just practicing my flute out of my hotel room, and one of my friend, a playback singer, Sriram Iyer, he asked me, Anis bhai, why don't you are a very good flutist, why don't you start playing flute with my group? So that's why I started thinking about it, and I started I said, okay, I'm not a flutist, I'm a keyboardist. He said, but your flute feel is very good, and we had a very good artist in that group. To name some is Amit Trivedi, a very good big music director, Shilpa Rao, and then Anusha Mani, who sang the new song. So these were all youngsters who were doing this A.R. Rahman concert show, and they asked me to play flute, and from there I started playing flute.
I see.
And after that, I was like busy in playing flute and keyboard and traveling and performing. So now I have started doing a solo shows in which I don't need any accompany with me. I have all these equipments and instruments with me called keyboards and samplers, and then I just get the loops and the samples, and then I perform solo for as many hours as you want me to, and I can play as many songs as you want.
Ladies and gentlemen, my special guest is Anis Chandani, and he is a flute master, I should say, and he has been nominated for Hollywood Awards in the category of Art for Peace, and as he said, he's going to be flying to Hollywood and hopefully come back with a Hollywood award.
Yes, thank you so much.
And okay, let's talk about some other real small ones. What do these?
So
what's the significance of the small
flute?
Small
flute. This is a F flute.
I see.
And this, the sound of this would be kind of little sharper.
Yeah.
So the smaller the flute, the sharper the sound is. Yeah. So I will
When
play.
you say sharp, you mean a higher pitch?
It's in higher pitch. Like it can go for very high. Like there are 3 octaves in keyboard. I would say one is a middle octave, one is a high octave, one is a low octave. So the low octave would be the bass flute.
I see.
You know, and then if you play the sharp flute, so the high flute, then it's like a kind of a high octave.
Okay, let's
So let's play something in F.
Yeah. That's beautiful. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to Anis Chandani and his flute magic. And okay, let's talk about, do you write music?
Well, I don't write music, but I compose some songs, and which I do some notations in Indian classical music.
I see.
Yeah.
So when you're doing notations, are you using Western notations or?
No, actually, I did not get opportunity to learn Western notation.
Yeah.
I had gone when I was very young.
Yeah.
I had gone to learn, but then the teacher was very strict. The piano teacher was so strict that I had to quit that, and I did not continue with the Western music.
Oh, okay. Are the flutes different in different parts of the world?
There may be different because there is some flute called piccolo, and there is some called recorder, and there is a metal flute, and so there may be different flutes. But this is the Indian bamboo flute.
I know.
So I can only tell you about this flute because I don't touch the metallic flute. Also, there is American flute which has the buttons and stuff. So I can play a little bit out. I can try, but I have not learned that. But, I would only know about the Indian flute.
What's the reason they use bamboo for making flutes?
Well, I have no idea because this was for many, many years ago. It was created by, I don't know who, but maybe people say that Lord Krishna used to play flute. So he got it somewhere from the jungle and then made the flute and started. So maybe from there, somebody might have got inspired with that.
That's fascinating. Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about Indian flute, and my special guest is Anis Chandani, and he is an expert, and he has been playing for 28 years,
28
you said?
years,
and in fact, he has been nominated for a Hollywood award in the category of Art for Peace. Let's give out your contact information where people can get in touch with you.
Sure, yes. Since I said I live in Los Angeles now, and my phone number is 805-905-1078. It's once again, it's 805-905-1078. That's my phone number in USA. And my phone number in India is +91 98209 44699. And the best way to contact me is email. That's my full name, Anis, A-N-I-S, Chandani, C-H-A-N-D-A-N-I, Anis Chandani @gmail.com. And I'm also on Facebook, so you can catch me on Facebook Live, Anis Chandani Live. You can get me there. So,
that's fascinating. So, what does your future crystal ball say?
Well, my future plans for music, since I'm passionate about my music, I just want to just give good music to people, to listeners, and I don't have any goals that I want to be a big man or some. As long as people are happy with me, my music, I just want to continue with my music and my passion, and maybe someday I will be a big name also.
Oh, you're already a big name, you know.
Yeah, I was,
Once
and one
you have
more
been
thing,
nominated and...
yeah, and one more thing, like when I was actually performing for a lot of playback singers in India, to name some, Amit Kumar, Udit Narayan, and I was into ghazal industry also from 2000 to 2005, I would say, in which I played with Manar Udas, Bhupender Mitali. I used to play with Talat Aziz and Pinaz Masani, and about 2 years ago, I also played with Ghulam Ali Saab and Anup Jalota ji. And I just want to continue with...
What's your favorite ghazal?
My favorite ghazal, I'm actually a fan of Hari Haran ji.
I see, yeah.
You know, so...
Oh, yeah, he has a pretty good bass voice.
Yeah. But, he is a very good ghazal singer. And, of course, I listen to all the ustads and even Ghulam Ali Khan Saab and Mehdi Hasan Khan Saab and Rashid Khan Saab, from India. I listen to Indian classical music most of the time. Yeah.
What about Muhammad Rafi?
Muhammad Rafi Saab is a legend.
Which one is your favorite?
The favorite, I would say, there was a film called Guide, in which all the songs were beautiful, and if you want, I can play one of the song. Yeah. And the one which I played already, that was Man Re Tu Kahe, that also sung by Muhammad Rafi Saab. And so
let's finish off with one beautiful number from Muhammad Rafi.
Muhammad Rafi? Okay.
Hold on. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Do you play Chaudavi Ka Chando?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's try. Maybe I'll pitch in.
Oh, yeah.
Anis, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure having you, and I can sit here and listen to flute music all evening.
Right. Thank you so much, Mr. Nik, for calling me here.
Yes.
And I would always love to come to Houston. I come like almost every month. I come 2 or 3 times. So I have more listeners and more fans in Houston than in California.
That's fascinating. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been You have been listening to Anis Chandani, who is a flute master, and in fact, he has been nominated for a Hollywood Award in the category of Art for Peace, and he is going to be flying to Hollywood on October 16th. That's coming up next week.
Yes, yes.
And wish him all the good luck. And anytime you're in Houston, you just tell me. We'll have a flute session here. And
Sure.
we apologize if there was a problem with the audio, because we had to switch between sound effects and
Yes.
and speaking microphones. So hopefully next time we will do a better job. And we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching, and please do
Thank you.
subscribe
Thank
to
you so
our
much.
YouTube channel. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll
Thank
see
you.
you.